We started yesterday on page Tuf Pei Gimel, and let's just review a little bit of what's going on here. This might be important, but it's just like I was so sure that I know what Shaul's Zmanios are. He has some different things. The topic here is Zaman Chatzis Alayla. When is Chatzis Alayla? So I thought that Rabbi Nachman has said that, we can calculate what is the middle of the night, and it's 2 hours either side. That's the way I always understood it. Over here we have some other ideas. The first one is just in the bold print. It says Shita Rishona. Here's the first way to calculate what time is Chatzos. Zman Chatzos Hu Shtaim Esrei Shalu Shavos. So I think he means by Shalu Shavos, I think he means 60-minute hours, like that. La'achar Chatzos Hayom. So you take midday, which in the summertime would be later, or the wintertime would be shorter, and you add 12 hours onto that, 12 times 60. That's what I think he means. The next one is a different one, and exactly what the difference is, I'm not sure, but I guess it practically makes a difference, and also I think that this is a shtickle, like answers to questions we don't know the questions. Another one of those cases. So it says Shita Shni, here's the second one. Zaman Chatzos, what time is that? Who Shisha Shalosh Shavos equal another, like I'm counting it like 60 minutes. La'achad Dechilas Alayla, after the beginning of the nighttime, which will bring you lots of according to the times of the year, which we're familiar with because of Netzach Homa, how things change. That you would be talking about sometime 6 hours after dark. Sometimes the light dark is real long, sometimes it's short, and he went through that a little bit. So we went through, almost got through this second idea, which starts after dark, counts 6 hours. So now he says something I wish I could understand it 100%, but let's see what he says. That is the shita of it starts 6 hours, even hours after dark. So some of the way this counts sounds like to me is that if you have a short night, that you're going to actually take 6 hours, and you're going to take some of the time of the daytime out of this. So it means some of it will be day. Ola hefach, hey b'sofa lila, but he says either way, they only count at the end of the night. So you start counting 6 hours, and if you run into daylight, that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like in the daylight you keep going anyway, because that's when midnight is going to be according to that shita. That's what I think he means. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but he says when you do that, you only do that at the end of the night. You add on 3 hours in the end of the night, or whatever you need. Something like that, or you borrow 3. Something like that. So now this is ununderstandable to me, but I'll do the best I can. He says, Nimsar Pizeh, Shashas Chatzos Alaylo, Hila Olam Shisha Shawu Shavu. So from this, it means always as you start counting 6 hours from the beginning of the night, Mitachilas Alayla, which is called Seisa Kohavim. From that point, which is called Seisa Kohavim, count 6 hours, you're going to be at midnight. Now, he has something here, maybe you could help me with it. I'm not sure. I think it's number Gimel down below. We had number Gimel down below. So the Umas Zos, so corresponding to this thing that you start counting, it says, Asovrim Kadeya Rishon, those who hold like the first idea, which account for 12 equal hours from midnight. Lamdo Chabadas Sohar, they're learning according to the thinking of the Zohar. Shashal Shalova Chabalayda Chamechayom Nechloch and the Shnayim. So the night has to give a certain amount of time to the day, because the daytime is short, I guess, or you get right into daytime right away. So half of them you add on to the beginning of the light. So in other words, if you're going to have to borrow time in order to get to midnight, through this calculation, and then the other half is going to be the end of the night. So either way, whichever who's borrowing, but you take half of the amount that you need to borrow, and you stick it onto the... So this is not like Shaul's Zamanios at all. It's not like that. So it's really it seems like a very rigid position, and you take 6 hours, or however, whichever way you count it, and that's the way you count, and whatever comes out, you may have to borrow something or lend something. Nimsa shagam das azogo amaskimer machasharatsos alaylo he beemsa halaylo mamash kadas agamara. So it was actually would be like we understand it. I think split it, find the middle of what is be the darkness, and that would be chatzos. Okay, so let's go on. There's actually another one here. Are we doing here? So here's a Shita Shlishis. Zaman Chatzos Hu. Why am I got? Let me get this back. Shita Shlishis. Zaman Chatzos Hu B'Shah Shtaim Esrei B'Layla. It's the time. It's the 12th hour of the night. Now, what does that mean? Shita Shlishis B'Zecha B'Chudas Kam B'Poskim. So he mentioned some of them here. Sovrim the Es Kol Zamanei Hayom. Monim al pi shavos, we count the whole times of the day, equal hours. I guess he means by 60-minute hours. Zamanios, and we don't divide up the darkness. Say, for example, divided by 12. We don't do that. When you get to the count, which is the way that our clocks work, you get to midnight. You get to 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock is midnight. So if it repeats the olim b'shal shtayim esrei chuchatzos alayla, but the kamomas shemunhag that have this custom behem shown kites. Now that was a question I really don't. Shown kites, I think he means a watch or some kind of a clock, but a summer clock, or he means I forget what they call it, the ones that used to use the sun. I don't know, shown kites. But at any rate, whatever, I'm not sure what that means. Hu b'shah achaz b'layla, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, whatever shown kites is. So you can say counting the times of the summertime. Kadeyazu neket hayavitz. The Yavitz says like this. V'chein maraka mamarno. He says they all hold like that. Okay, so we had different ideas and of what that could be. And according to what we learned, what we saw yesterday, is that, or what we're seeing in general, is if you want to say Tikkun Chatzos, there are 3 different shittas here to give us an idea. Sikun Seder Ramirez Tikkun Chatzos, B'Kol Yemos Hashanah. This is now, we're starting Siman Tes. And it's going to be the conclusion to say that Ramirez Tikkun Hatzos B'Kol Yemos Hashanah Al Pi Das of RASHASH, according to the RASHASH. What is the RASHASH telling us here? Hayom she'omrim b'chem Tikkun Rachel v'Tikkun Leah. So really, it's an analysis of when we say the 2 of them. Would we say one of them only? Any day that normally we say Tachnun. So we say then all those Seder of Tikkun Chatzos, Tahainu Tikkun Rachel and Tikkun Leah. Hayom she'ein omrim b'chem lo Tikkun Rachel v'lo Tikkun Leah. So there's times when you don't say either one. So he says, when is that? He says, B'mei Shabbos v'Yom Tov, and Shabbos and Yom Tov, he says you don't say either one. That's interesting, because I thought you say Tikkun Chatzos just Leah, just the Tikkun Leah. Ein oimre bechem klal Tikkun Chatzos. That's what he says. So what? Who's speaking here? Isn't this the Tiv speaking? And he's saying this is the Psak. He said Tikkun Chatzos. So he says Kimei Shabbos, B'mei Shabbos again. Yom Tov ein oimrim bechem klal Tikkun Chatzos. Lo Tikkun Rachel v'lo Tikkun Leah. Now he has a little note down here in number Aleph. He says Achein b'siddur Reb Shabbos b'siddur Hagroz. They wrote that you do say Tikkun Leah. So I'm not sure what this name is. I thought this is the name of the Sefer, the Kaf HaChaim. Then he says Pelagi. So he said Kaf HaChaim Pelagi. He said because of I'm not sure why the grammar is like that. Is that the name of it? Huh?
There are 2 swarm called Kaf HaChaim.
One is the Pelagi.
Well, one is Rav Chaim Pelagi and one was Rav Yaakov Chaim Sofer. That's why they tell you which one it is.
Okay, I think that would have been good if he would have had a little bit, but this is how they actually say it. In other words, they don't say his first name or his title or day, or they'll put a dollar before it, something like that. They just call it V'kaf Chaim Pelagi. Okay, that's the name of it. Kosav the At the B'Shabbos ain't Omrim Tikkun Leah, because they write that also on Shabbos you don't say Tikkun Leah. Below Yom Tov Yamarno, but on Yom Tov you can. So there's a difference of opinion. I see that in the Tikkun Yotzos that I have, they don't say this. They just tell you right out, don't say this, don't say that. But here we're getting from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Let's go back to where we started. So where it said, B'nei Shabbos v'Yom Tov ein omrim b'chem klal Tikkun Chatzos lo Tikkun Rocha v'lo Tikkun Leah. So v'chein b'chol moed Pesach. V'leili Motzoi Shabbat v'Yom Tov dinim kiyom shel achareichem. The din is like the next day. In other words, it's a weekday. Chen kol laila v'nidin kiyom shel achrav. So that every night is judged by the name that comes afterwards. Let me see if I can get number. That's number base. It's a real short one. V'chein b'leil shalifnei Ramila. Also the same thing. The night before bris milah. Lo yomer avi ben klau tikkun chatzos. Yom lomer avi ben. I'm not sure what this phrase means. Klau tikkun chatzos. I mean the father of my son. I don't know what that means. The Yom Tov Shalohu, because I guess he says, now I got it. It's a Yomer Avia Ben. So Lo Yomer Avia Ben, that is the father of the child to be circumcised. Klal Tikkun Tzos. The Yom Tov Shalohu, because it's a Yom Tov for him. And we'll pick this up, go through it. We're very close to the end of this, except there's some arichas at the end that I think might be interesting, and we'll get next time. Thanks for learning.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.